Hello and welcome. This is Ayana Lahi, and I am so very happy that you are here with all of us today in this week's episode of Be One, Be You. We are diving into the theme, what your belief is about yourself matters. Who you are is a miracle. You know why? Because you have the ability to recreate, co-create your life with the source within you. Who you are is the source. And this matrix that we are living in, the maze of our own consciousness, is always shifting. We have the ability to shift that matrix. It's pretty incredible, right? So what you believe about yourself really matters to go through the matrix of your own consciousness. What's your matrix? It's how you think, how you're perceiving, judging, receiving, witnessing, and engaged with your own source of creation. So just having positive thoughts doesn't do it. Splitting off from yourself to experience another reality through plant medicine, through any kind of stimulant or drug or even meditation doesn't work in the long run. It's a stepping stone, but it doesn't bring you to the destination where your inner matrix is aligned into the source of the original, the original within you. I've never quite said it that way before. So, you know, when you drop a stone, or you've seen a video, into water, and you see all the circles moving out from the center of the circle, that center point is what we're talking about. You know, or when you eat an amazing peach or a plum and there's that seed inside and you realize, wow, that seed is life in it. It could grow another plant. That's you. Within your soul, the seed of who you are, the seed that's always here from lifetime to lifetime, is a miracle. It's incredible when you really stop to think about it, that it's your physical body that's created and your physical body that dies. So what you believe about yourself really, 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 really matters, because if you believe that who you are doesn't matter, you're not able to fulfill what you're here for. You're not able to make the difference that you came here to make. And yes, breaking through our own inner barriers, part of that inner matrix, is super important. And we have to know how to do it. And that's what Spirit Gateways is committed to. And that's what you learn. That's what you're able to enter into. Whatever your language is, whether you intellectually take it in or you physically merge to take something in, you emotionally open to take something in, or you energetically experience it without your mind getting in the way. All those facets are part of how Spirit Gateways is created. In the essence, the center point is where all of you meet. That center point is where we are placing our mind in connection with. And that's one of the gifts in the Spirit Gateway's work. What you believe about yourself really matters, because if you judge yourself and then you catch yourself judging somebody else, that's your awakening moment. Sometimes it's how we treat another person that helps us to learn about ourselves. Some of you want others to be perfect. You need the other person or situation to mirror something back to you that makes you feel good about yourself. That can work for a period of time in your life. And then one day it doesn't work anymore. And you don't quite know what's going on. But what's happened is that you've graduated. You've moved to a new place, a new point, a new level within inside of yourself where the game's over, that particular game. Like it's not a negative game. Everything here is a choice of how we're doing life. Do life so that you learn, so that you experience that who you are really matters and what you believe about yourself. If you carry on the family ancestral pattern that you matter a whole lot and you raise yourself above others, and that's a separation from others, you're separating from a level of wisdom. If you're carrying on your family ancestry where you don't feel good about who you are, the position in life that you have on a social level, financial level is not what you feel comfortable in. How you relate to yourself is really important. What you believe about yourself is really important because you're going to create in your life what you believe about yourself. I know I certainly did. I had to really bust through a lot of beliefs. And as I went deeper and deeper into the source within myself, I had to really realize how many beliefs I was still carrying about myself that were ingrained in me that I created through how my parents believed how I was and who I was. They saw me from what their perceptions were. They weren't able to see the whole of me, the entire circle that encompassed all that I am. Until we really recognize who we are, it's hard to believe in ourselves because we'll believe what we have used as a way of existing. Maybe it's through judgment. Maybe it's comparison. Comparison's a really easy one to slip into. When you see products being advertised in the media and they're comparing their product against another product and not knowing if it's true or not, we do that to ourselves. We lose track of what we're able to really be and what we're able to accomplish. And I'm talking about the real self, the true self coming through. The false self, your ego self, the one who believes completely in itself but doesn't believe in you, has created a huge rift in our social structures and economic structures globally. And the ego separation from the true self is something that we've created and it's strengthened by the media and through expectations from life, from others, work environments, working for companies that do not see you as a person, but see you as what you can give to the company without seeing you. And so if what you believe about yourself is that who you are doesn't really matter, you're going to take what's given. But if you really know your value and believe in yourself, you're going to shift companies. You're going to go find that company who values people because you're going to give more. And if you own and run a company and you are here to create something for the benefit of the collective whole, you're going to make changes. You're going to do everything you can to break the ice within inside of yourself, to go beyond getting your own needs met, but seeing that other people's needs are more important. Because when we really believe that we are here as change makers, we shift from it being all about ourselves into what's going to help others become greater, more whole. To become greater means that you have that connection to your interior source. You know where you're coming from, so that you can believe in your connection into yourself. Having that connection into yourself takes you through the matrix of non-belief in yourself, believing what was your impression and your perception into knowingness. As you know what you stand for from the experience of breaking through your old operating system, which is all about judgment and criticism about ourself, separation, non-belief in our true self. That's what I call the ego operating system. And when you come to my website, on the home page, you get a deep insight and mini journey into the journey itself of moving from the ego operating system into the true self operating system, and how Spirit Gateways Institute gives you that experience. We're not taught that. We're taught to let go of our power. We're taught to think that we're powerful coming from the separate self, from the ego self, rather than believing and trusting and becoming one in our true self, which lives in a conscious relationship with ourself, with the work we do, with life itself, and with others. Within your being, your soul, you came into this lifetime with a very, very particular essence, the seed of your being. And that seed is the teacher. That seed is the one who's awakening. And we are wanting as a collective. You want to, you need to, I need to every day recalibrate the way my inner masculine relates to my inner feminine. The external world has been set up for the masculine, imbalanced masculine, the one that is very limited. It's in a box. How it represses, shuts down, and destroys the feminine. And so, of course, there's been a feminine uprising. What you believe about your own feminine is really important, to find your inner feminine and to find your true inner masculine. Because this is different than finding your social inner masculine and social inner feminine. In the Spirit Gateways journey, you experience and can integrate your true divine human feminine and your true divine human masculine. Those are the two qualities that make up your soul. So as you shift from believing the lies, the illusion, the false thinking about yourself, how you need to be, or you think you need to be, what love is, and you experience love inside yourself. There is a word in ancient Greek, hieros gamos. When I first heard that word, I was a dance major at California Institute of the Arts, and I did a dance by that title, and I didn't really know what the awakened inner masculine, awakened inner feminine was, but I certainly wanted to dance about it. And then my life, by choice, took me on a path that was unknown to me for quite a few lifetimes, to consciously awaken into my true self. And that was a journey I decided I wanted to take when I was 14, standing in a bookstore in Manhattan, reading about the true self and deciding that's what I wanted, but having no idea what that meant and what it would take. And I went through many trainings and initiations with different pathways and spiritual gurus, and came through that kaleidoscope of awakening with great gratitude, but ready for something more. And realizing that getting caught up in what we believe can really separate us from the real path. The real path doesn't have a belief, it gives a direct experience. And that's how you can know that you're in the right place. Your right place is what's right for you in the moment and gives you the experiences that you need to bring you closer into the infinite source that's inside of you, to come closer into the oneness beyond religion, directly with God, which is your true self. And we awaken in layers. And it really is an onion skin experience. The purpose of Spirit Gateways is multifold. One of them is to give you a direct experience to the source within you from the very beginning. And I decided that a few decades ago that I wanted to start people off with having a direct experience instead of having to take 15 to 20 years, which is what it took me to have certain results for a meditation. So the Be Light meditation in the Spirit Gateways work that you experience in the Evolutionary Empowerment Global Village is not meditation as you might know it. It's a direct reunion with the source within you right from the get-go. When you come to my website, ayanalahi.com, IANALAHI.com, you're able to really take in and see and feel what's possible here and the quantum leaps that you can take through knowing how to journey through yourself and working with your unique matrix that you are, so that you can have significant awakenings into your whole self, into all of you, so that your purpose in your life is shown to you through becoming one in yourself. And then your inspirations, creative urges, and your commitment and follow through, desire to be that expression of who you are becomes a daily activity and commitment. So if you haven't subscribed to my website, I'd love to have you part of the Evolutionary Empowerment Global Village. When you subscribe, it's free, and you'll receive Living from Your Wild Heart, a 52-week wild adventure into yourself. It's video teaching. It's about 20 minutes, and it's delivered into your inbox every Saturday morning. No cost, my gift to you. Thanks for being here with all of us. Stay tuned to you, and I'll be in tune with you and holding you in much love. Until next time, this is Ayana Lihi.